Hello everyone, I'm Berke and today I have seen some great posters on Pinterest while I was browsing. Wanted to see if I can replace the main subject from those artistic posters with a Red Bull Pink edition. I didn't want to simply replace the subject. Instead, I wanted to extract the art style from these posters to make sure that we create our new images in this exact style. There was the Midjourney's mood board feature, which I have talked about previously in another video. I will use that in a minute. But I also wanted to see what an image model like Seed Dream would behave like, because I don't necessarily have that style feature like a mood board in Midjourney. I have developed a prompt in ChatGPT to also extract the styles of these kind of images to give us a reusable JSON structure, and I will also showcase that. For first of all, let me just show you what we'll get at the end of this video. The left side of these images, like these ones, are Midjourney outputs, and on the right side we'll see the Seed Dream outputs. And I will first go over the Midjourney ones, then I'll head over to Seed Dream. Something to note here, I only suggested in the prompt to write fresh, and as you can see they all handled the fresh very well. But when you do get closer, anything small texts like these small texts, regardless of the model, are like nonsensical gibberish, which is to be expected, to be honest, because I did not prompt for them. But I did expect the stuff on the can to be visible and readable, which Seed Dream handled very well. This is the exact image I have given it. There is some small problem there, but other than that, it's mostly intact. But when you head over to the Midjourney one, you do not get the exact can. You get what the Midjourney thinks it is. I tried this with the image prompting side of the Midjourney, but I also tried the OmniPerson feature. It generated some other results that I do not have here. I will show you them in a minute, but overall I am not satisfied with Midjourney on this exercise because it doesn't keep the product intact. But if you are open to a creative interpretation of the product, like such as these or these, like this could be the Red Bull for Japanese market kind of rebranding, you could maybe think about Midjourney. But if you want to keep your product as the same in your posters and don't have any creative allowance, you will prefer Seed Dream over Midjourney in a short while. And I will suggest some quick tips in the middle to make sure you can spice up things. So let's start with the Midjourney ones. First of all, when you head over to Midjourney, you want to select mood boards from the left, and you want to create a new mood board, which I have done. And this is the thing. The mood board looks like this. You can upload images from here, and I have uploaded these images as references. So when you go over to create something new, you can type a prompt like poster. Then before you submit this, you want to go over to personalization. You want to click this to enable the personalization. Red means it's enabled. Then you click the select personalizations, and you can see my mood boards and the profile I have. You do not want to have the profile enabled, or maybe you do. That's another thing I have covered in my videos. But you have to select the mood board as poster mood board as our current personalization option, because that's just what we did. Otherwise it won't use the mood board as reference point for the styling. I have talked about personalization in another video of mine. If you are interested in understanding what this Global West V7 profile means, you could check that video out, but I'm not gonna go over that in this video because we are not gonna use it. Okay, so let's see some of the examples, and you will see the prompt I am using here. I have used the same prompt regardless of the image generation model. It reads as vintage ad of the pink Red Bull, white background, fresh, large lettering at top. Like I told you, I only told the image generator model to write fresh at the top, and anything beyond that is just hallucination of the image generator, and that would explain why they are nonsensical in nature. but it should always cover what the product image we have given has on it, and that's not something I have to write down in the image prompt. Featuring an illustration of the pink Red Bull can, pinkness and energy to the sides. I just wrote pinkness and energy to the sides because I just didn't know what else to put. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have used like some pink lemon or something like that, but I was just going with like a few trial runs to see what the outputs would look like, and I wanted the image generation model to be creative, so pinkness and energy did it. Retro style, old print advertisements. These are some of our style qualifiers, but we for sure want the mood boards to be poster. I have my stylization set at 400. You can see there is a stylization parameter here. The lower the stylization, less of your mood board will be applied. If you put this to 1000, there will be more stylization present. I have it at 400, which is enough to use the mood board, but it also does not draw away like too much away from the product image you give. At least that's what I was thinking while I experimented with this. If you fill the stylization to the full, you will lose a lot more about your product image. So 400 is a safe bet, but you can always experiment and try the different settings. So these are the outputs we got. Like there are pretty unusable ones, but also some good looking ones, like I have previously shown on the Canva board. There was some like straight up the casual normal Red Bull images, and I guess the stylization was high enough that it sometimes ignored the image I have given and just went with what Red Bull means. Red Bull is a blue and white drink. It thinks so. So just generate that. There are some like these stuff which is not anything I suggested at all, and there is good like outputs like this. Sometimes the seed just goes bananas with creativity and it just imagines what it wants. They're like, this is the new kind of Red Bull if it even exists. So when you try to go ahead and add an image, you have a few options. Like this will make it starting frame will make it so that it generates a video. You can use image prompts to make sure the image is an element of the finalized image. You can use style references, so this image becomes like a style reference, and there is an omnireference for using a person's or an object's form or a likeness. I have, like the previous examples I've shown you, I used this image as an image prompt, and there was a mood board selected, which was the poster, and selecting the poster mood board pretty much looks like having all of these as a style reference, but you do not have to do this kind of work manually each time. It saves you time. And okay, so the examples I will show you from then on out will actually use not the image prompt style but the omnireference style, and I have the omnireference like string at full capacity at 1000. So this will make sure the product is as is in the finalized images, and at least that was what I was hoping for. But the results I got are like so bad that I don't even want to like talk about these. Like this is a great result out of them, and it's not a good result at all. Like there is different like these kind of outputs. No, these are not usable at all. These are some like bad work out of Midjourney. I'm not sure which of my settings are causing this kind of outputs. Like I'm sure something I did just fuck this up. So I liked where Midjourney was going with these kind of images, but they are not like good at writing text on the poster or using the real product, for example. And that's why I wanted to make sure I tried out other models like Seedream. And let me just show you what Seedream generated. Okay, so this is the Seedream output we got. Like you can see, the fresh is always visible. The product is very much consistent with the input we have given. This one is even like has water condensation because it's a cold drink. Like this is an awesome like output. There is no text, so they are not even hallucinating a bunch of meaningless stuff. There is just like pink flowers, pretty much usable. there is some sort of like these kind of posters, like these like capture the spirit of the image poster we are going for, and it is like like I said, like energy and pinkness, and like there is also lightning stuff. But I also really like this kind of poster. I would just need to like white out these texts and add them in myself in a tool like Photoshop or Canva, like image editing software that is not AI. I sometimes forget those exist, but like not everything has to be done in image generation. I could just add these myself later. Same goes for this one. Like this is a beautiful thing. I'm not really sure what is written here. Maybe fixing that one would be hard, but other than that, the overall vibe of the poster is a lot better. Also, by the way, this is the prompt I used. Like the same prompt, I just gave the image 8 as the product image to let the model know the pink Red Bull is this image. Then I said like style reference equals to these images, like use these stylistic features of these references, like but not specific parts of them, so that it didn't draw the flowers or the sprite or from those images, like they are not subject references, they are style references. I had to let that model know. Then I wanted to also see if I could get away without using these images in the style reference, because we only get 8 images to upload here. But like what if we want to get like stuff from 3 images? Like let's suppose we have one image for typography, one image for a product, and another image for what we want to put to the sides, like a pink flower I want to put on sides of the Red Bull. Could have been my image I input into reference. Pink edition Red Bull is a must for image. Then I could have typography, like, and I could have just clip this fresh out of this, like crop this out and give it as the input to generate another image with these 3 references. Then I wouldn't have enough place to talk about these style references. And I wanted to make sure that I can reference this kind of style without having to upload the images themselves each time. And then for this reason I went over to the ChatGPT and created a prompt for this. So this is the prompt, like create a JSON profile. This should be an art style profile that extracts data from these pieces of art, so that I can send the JSON to an AI to get immediate context, like how to replicate such artwork in consistent style. It shouldn't include specific art data, which was also what I prompted previously when I upload the images. And in this case, like specific artwork or anything that's specific to each piece of artwork, it should be include the general art style structure or anything that will help AI replicate such artwork. And I uploaded this. It gave me an output, but it was too long, so I said concise it to below 1500 characters. Then I got a style JSON like this, like influences are these, and there are like mood, texture, like type is a vertical poster, there is a hierarchy, there is a balance, like symmetrical topography framed. It gave the palette information like 2-tone or 3-tone. It gave a background like warm cream or paper white. It gives accent colors of the images I have given, red, blue, yellow. And it gave some information about typography, it gave about style illustration, and it gave like motifs, checkerboard, grid bars, and it also said something about like icons and icons. Then it also talked about like paper is an aged beige tone, like you can see there is these beige ones, like they are aged for sure. So these are the results that I got when using that JSON profile of them. This is the same prompt as previously, just referencing the image one as the product. Then I told use the image style given below, an equal sign. Then I just pasted the JSON we just read about. And these are the results we got. Like you can see there is a certain improvement in artistic side of the images, and there is certainly more artistic style applied than just giving the input images. Like this is a like all-time favorite of mine. And it also passes as usable, like 0 sugar per can, 10 calories per can. The product is readable, fresh is readable. I would have to double check what this Japanese stuff means, like maybe even just remove them with an image editor. But other than that, this is like pretty much usable poster at this point, like very easily. This is also a great poster. It just has a lot of meaningless gibberish at this point. I would have to remove them and replace them with some text I want to write there myself. This is also a great one. Just like remove the parameter texts that mean nothing, and it's usable. Same goes for here, like Pink Edition botanical poster. You do not want to, like, well, why would you say that? The Pink Edition sugar free, that could stay. There is, what is even that? Like, there is a bull there for some reason. Like, it is supposed to be like Red Bull's bull, but it's not really. So I might remove that as well. But with a few small edit detail work, these are passable posters. Okay, so this was the art style stealing kind of video, and we had the poster art styles we've seen on Pinterest applied to our own product in Midjourney, and then in Seedream we've seen and compared the results already. I talked about how you can go about doing this thing yourself, and if you have any questions, just let me know down below. And just a quick side tip before I leave you guys. If you enjoy the Midjourney's outputs, like creatively, let's say like this kind of stuff or this kind of stuff, but you are concerned about the product not being the same product as your products, you can always, like, let me you should already know this, but like you can always just create this image, get that output upscaled in Midjourney, then put it in Seedream with the actual product and say like replace the product in the poster with the product's image, like image seconds 2, which is my own image, and just replace that from the poster and keep everything as the same, and you would get a result like this. So like this, as you can see, this is the Seedream version of the Midjourney one. Like, I liked this artistic style and how Midjourney interpret and creatively put these rather pink lemons. I wanted to replace the image in Seedream, and I just gave the product from our images and told it to just replace the product and keep everything else about the poster same. It just did that. So these tools are not standalone stuff. You can always mix and match and combine them to get better outputs. Like you can always use them combiningly and get the thing that you were imagining in your head. There, it's just great that they generate like 4 at a time, or you can just spam them to generate 12 or 16 at a time, so that you see a lot of different variations and what is possible, what is available and what is at your disposal. You can always just change your prompts too, based off what you've seen, what you've learned. This is an iterative creative process, and in the end you want your product to be really present in the poster. You can just always use another tool that is better at keeping product images consistent to replace the product in the creative model version. So that's all for today. I hope you get to use these tools for your business and your brand. And I always suggest that you keep an open mind to using different kind of tools and mixing, matching, combining them to get the really great outputs. I believe this was an educational one. I hope you are gonna use some of these, and see you in the next one.